Welcome back, everybody. Episode is
Limb,
11?
limb,
11?
limb.
Fuck. It feels like we've been doing this way longer than 11 weeks.
That, but at the same time, it's like, damn, dude,
11 weeks.
2/3 over.
Uh,
Oh, what a weekend of NFL football, man. What a weekend.
I know.
We learned a lot from a lot of teams this week, actually, in my opinion.
I would have to agree with you on that one. So this week, usually Matt handles our scripting for the episodes. I had a little downtime, so I thought I would do it this weekend. I got a little something going here. I pretty much just brought up 10 questions about the NFL that I wanted Matt to answer for me.
Oh boy, a little Q&A action going.
Yeah. So going off of what you were saying about we learned a lot about a lot of teams this week. There's a few questions in here like that. We'll get to them in a second. But first question I want to lead with this week. What was on the Bronco holder's hand?
So,
Sure looked a lot like pine tar to me.
and I'm not here to make accusations, but it sure did look like Stickum. It sure did look like he needed the Stickum on his hand to ensure that he could catch the snap. Now, do we know that? No. What would the NFL do about it at this point? I mean, what can they really do? Besides maybe make a rule like the MLB has where the refs can check the holder's hands for Stickum, pine tar, whatever it is.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I don't think anything's going to happen.
I don't either. I mean, I haven't heard anything come from the NFL
Right,
about
but
it.
there's pictures, you see it plain.
Oh, it's plain as day. It's
Um,
plain as day.
I don't know if I've read anything about any kind of like full-blown investigation into it.
There probably won't be one. If you see more and more holders doing it, I'm sure the NFL will speak out on it.
I mean, the stuff in general has been banned since '81.
Yeah, so I don't know. It definitely looks suspicious. Some people have said, "Oh, it's just a." I've seen say, "Oh, it's just a Band-Aid." Oh, he's got
That
a
ain't
cut on his hand.
I'll throw the
Like,
picture up right here in the middle.
that's not. It's not a
Band-Aid.
cut either. It's not a cut.
No, it's a big dark brown circle right in the middle
Right on his hand.
that looks like pine tar.
And
Nope, get the Kelsey brothers Christmas CD. The only one that's gonna be better is the one with Charlie and Matt and me ghostlighting it. Ha ha
ha. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think the NFL will do much about it. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, like best case, they make the Broncos forfeit the game. I don't know if that's ever happened.
They won't do anything.
No, they're not going to, but
the worst they do is suspend that guy for a game, maybe two. I mean, it's the punter for them. I don't even know who their holder is. It could be their backup quarterback. I don't know. Used to be the holders were either third string quarterbacks or punters, but
right.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Tress Way is our holder, and he's fucking, he's so good at it.
In that game, what we learned was the Bills are cooked.
So I want you to hold off on that one because that's one of my
questions. Because I got a lot to say about that, and a lot people aren't gonna like. So we can just wait.
I think I'm on the same page on that one with you.
All right, number two, numero dos.
I got a couple Commanders ones in here, but I got a couple Cowboys ones too, just to keep it
bro, you are white as a ghost, brother.
I know, dude. It keeps like adjusting
You need to
itself.
get some damn sunlight.
Hold on.
Jesus.
There is no sunlight. It's Maryland in November. That should help balance it out. Second question, little Commander's action. When does the Josh Harris group, i.e., the owners Josh Harris, Dennis Rodman, say enough is enough?
You say Dennis Rodman?
Am I like, did I just go like, did I just stroke out? Who is it?
It's Magic Johnson.
Magic
Dude.
Johnson. Dude, same
Dennis
shit.
Rodman? Come
Same
on,
shit.
man. It's not the same.
Yeah, they're both fucking characters that for some reason own professional sports teams.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, you know what I meant. Magic Johnson. I don't know why I said Dennis Rodman. I think I saw a meme about him or something the other day.
Probably.
Anyway, when does the Josh Harris group say enough is enough? Get rid of Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio.
End of the year. I think they're
think
waiting. I think they know the season's cooked. I think they're just trying to finish out the year and
I mean,
restart.
we've seen it time and time again. Ron's making bad calls on the field, bad clock management. We saw it against the Seahawks, and then Jack Del Rio. You have 52 seconds left in the game, and you just got to keep the Seahawks from. You got to keep them out of field goal range.
Which, I mean, I'm not gonna act like it's an easy thing to do. The Seahawks have a pretty good kicker, so and they're at home.
They
so.
do, but they were playing deep zone against DK Metcalf.
So I do want to talk about that. I don't get paid millions of dollars to coach in the NFL, so maybe I'm just dumb, right? But I will never understand ever why these defensive coordinators continue when teams only need a field goal to play prevent defense. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Right.
Just play your regular defense.
Right. Unless they got one play left to get it.
Yeah.
Why are you giving them 52 seconds where you're lining your corners up 15
15 yards off I don't get it.
Especially against somebody like DK Metcalf.
Or Tyler Lockett or Jackson Smith and Jigba. I mean, they're all good receivers. DK Metcalf's a beast, but Lockett and Smith and Jigba are not scrubs.
No, they're not. But that entire drive was literally DK just being wide the fuck open.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Again, I don't get paid millions to do it, but I wish I did because I could call prevent defense when a team needs 30 yards. Well, I don't understand.
Right.
It's not like they needed a touchdown. They needed a point. They needed 1 point to win the game.
Right. Right.
So I think they're waiting till the end of the year, and then they're going to get rid of him and put EB at the helm, I think.
You think they'll give him head coach?
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. All right. Moving on to number 3. Who is the best team in the NFL right now?
I can honestly say I have no fucking clue.
That's fair.
I think there's a group of about 6.
Really? 6?
I don't know if I'll get the 6, but I'm just going to name some that I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Ravens.
Yes.
The 49ers.
Yep.
The Eagles.
Yep.
I'm thinking about teams that can win the Super Bowl. Those 4. I know I should put the Jags in there for my preseason pick, but after this Sunday, I don't think they can do it.
No, that's another one of my questions.
That might be it. 4, maybe throw in the Lions if you want to, maybe.
So I agree with most of them on there. I think you forgot a little bit about Miami. I think Miami at least deserves to be on that list. No. I mean, anytime somebody's putting up 70 points and
okay, that's old news.
Still, I think they deserve at least be on the list.
I think they're tier 2. Like I would put them in strong playoff contenders, not Super Bowl contenders. I would put them in the same group with the Cowboys, with the Jags, with the Browns, with the Seahawks. Like those type teams, I think is where
I think they're still better than all those teams.
I don't think they're better than the Cowboys.
Maybe. So I'm gonna say straight up.
If I had to pick, I guess the Ravens. right now, honestly.
That is exactly what I was gonna say. I
I
mean,
had to pick.
yeah, they had a tough loss against the Browns this week,
Or Lamar just gave it away, dude.
right?
Lamar just gave it away.
But that the Browns Ravens is always a good game. Always. The Browns are a solid team right now. And I'm sorry, but the Ravens have like really been running away with a lot of their games, even against good teams. So, you can make arguments that, the 49ers are up there, which they are. The Chiefs are up there, obviously. Uh, I want to say Miami's up there, and I also want to say the Eagles are up there. But when you look at the Niners, they had a few tough losses. Miami just loses to good teams. It's
Yeah, that's their only problem. They only
right.
lose to good teams.
The Eagles. Yes, the Eagles only have one loss. They are squeaking by.
They should have lost to Dallas, dude.
They are barely winning against bad teams. I mean, routinely they are only winning by one score. The command they have only beat the Commanders by a combined total of 10 points in 2 games.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. The NFL is not the BCS. There's no style points. So
I mean that's true, but they weren't doing this last season or the season before.
no, I don't know. If you were gonna make me pick,
I'm
if
going
a
to say
gun
the
in my head said pick a at best team in the NFL, I'd pick the Ravens.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, which is kind of weird to say because at the beginning of the year, we would not have been saying that at all.
And Deshaun Watson, man, you got to go, brother.
Yeah, he's done. I told you when they traded him, he's washed.
You got to go. You're only worried about one thing, and it's off the field at a massage parlor.
Demonetized. Not that we make any money anyway. All right. Number 4.
Barely get 15 views, brother.
That's fair. All right. I think this is going to be a fun one for you. What is your position on the Bills, the Jags, and the Vikings?
Okay. So it's like kind of a good news, bad news here. Do you want the bad news first or the good news first?
Let's start with the Vikings. I want to hear what you had to say about the Vikings and Joshua Dobbs.
So the NFC is locked in. Those 7 playoff teams are locked in. Niners, Eagles, Cowboys, Lions, Seahawks, Vikings, and then whoever wins the NFC South. That's going to be your 7. Now, the seeding, whatever, I don't know how that's going to work out. That'll work itself out. But those will be your 7 playoff teams. At the end of the day, those are the 7 teams that are going to playoffs.
I agree with you.
The Vikings, I think their ceiling without Kirk Cousins is winning the wild card round and getting to the divisional round.
I would have to
after Kirk tears his Achilles and Jefferson's out for 4 weeks, and it's unbelievable, really, what they're doing.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
if they make the playoffs, Kevin like all props to D'Amico Ryan, all props. But if they make the playoffs, dude, Kevin O'Connell has to be in the running for Coach of the Year. Am I wrong? Am I crazy in saying that?
The playoffs. So Joshua Dobbs on the Cardinals. Without a doubt, unarguably, the Cardinals are a much worse football team than the Vikings. He was solid. He was probably somewhere in about the 70 to 80 QBR.
He was good enough, but they didn't have the talent to win.
Right, but you put him on the Vikings. I know he's only been there for 2 weeks, but that's 2 weeks, 2 games that he's won with absolutely no rehearsing with these guys pretty much whatsoever.
He was learning. The offensive line was learning the snap count on the sideline, dude.
Right. And then his QBR the past 2 games has been over 100. Oh, actually over 110.
Yeah, he's been great.
And
again, the Vikings, I think, are again ceiling. They get the 5 seed. Cowboys stumble here. They got a tough stretch coming up. Seahawks stumble. Vikings get the 5 seed. They beat the NFC South winner, and they go to the divisional round. That's what I think their ceiling is.
Right. I don't realistically see the Vikings making a playoff run.
No. I see them maybe winning a game. Right. That's it.
Which is honestly
Insane.
Right, more than anybody can ask for bringing Joshua Dobbs in the way they did. And
Yep.
I heard a nickname about him that I really liked, the
Oh boy,
Pastronaut.
another one.
Yeah, the Pastronaut. So the Alopecia Assassin, I started that shit.
Yeah,
Trademark me. But I
dude.
heard the Pastronaut from some dude on YouTube. Love it.
Dude, it's because he's like a freaking genius.
Yeah, he's like an aerospace
He's an
engineer.
aerospace engineer that, like,
He
dude,
did
I
an
don't know.
internship with NASA.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. I love Joshua Dobbs. But did you know his name is actually Robert?
No, I did not.
His
Sounds like you want him on the Commanders, dude. Jesus.
I mean, barring one of my next questions, we can talk about that. But I would have loved if he went by Robert and we were calling him Bob Dobbs.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be funny as shit. All right,
Jags.
Oh, that's right. We still got 2 teams to run in on
They
this.
got whopped. I think again, it's honestly now the 49ers keep doing this to good teams. At some point, it's the rule, not the exception, right? But I think it's another case of like when the Cowboys lost 42-10. I think
It's kind
the
of outlier.
49ers were much more hype after losing 3 in a row than the Jags were coming in off a bye. They were both off a bye too, which helps the Niners get healthy and things like that. But also, Jags had won 6 in a row coming into the bye week. They were, I mean, they probably were sleepwalking a little bit, honestly.
Right. So
and the Niners felt like they had something to prove. They whopped them. Now, am I happy with my Super Bowl pick at the moment? No. Do I still think that they can make the conference championship game? 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Right. So what I want to say about the Jags is they have the talent to make a very deep playoff run. I mean, we've seen it pretty much all season, but they're just a really solid team all the way around. Yeah. Everybody knows how to do their job. What they lack is essentially any kind of explosiveness.
And honestly, Trevor Lawrence has not played as well as I thought he would overall this year. He's played fine, but I thought he was going to be great. I didn't think he was going to be fine.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. They just
now the Bills,
any kind of explosiveness to really do much. The Bills,
they're cooked.
They're done.
Blow it up. You have to restart. You have to restart.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to take a take, I guess, from Nick Wright. I watch First Things First every day, or at least their YouTube videos when I work out, and I don't get to see it. Anyways, they're declining every year. They're not getting better, and the media in Vegas are so in love with them, and I've never seen it.
Now, I hate Josh Allen. There's very few people in the NFL I hate more than Josh Allen.
I don't hate Josh Allen. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is, dude. I really don't. 2020, they get Stephon Diggs, AFC Championship game, get blown out by the Chiefs. Chiefs are just a better team that year. Cool, whatever. Next year, divisional round, play a great game. Honestly, if they had beat the Chiefs, they probably would have won the Super Bowl that year.
Right. I remember that game, dude. I was on a plane.
They lost in the divisional round. Last year, they come in at home in the divisional round this time, get blown out, absolutely destroyed by the Bengals from start to finish. And now this year they're 5-5 and might not make the playoffs, dude.
I know.
You have to blow it up. You've got to get rid of you got to let Diggs go. He's not happy. It's not working.
No.
You got to cut some of that defensive money because Josh Allen, he is paid, and at some point you're going to have a cap issue. And it's, okay, do you want to have a good defense or do you want Josh Allen to have no one to throw to? Or no weapons at all. Right. So,
I mean,
they got to get
2 fucking tight ends, but
they got to get rid of Diggs. Diggs is not happy.
No, he wants to leave.
Trayvon Diggs, obviously Stephon's brother, tweeted out, 14 got to get up out of there. And then the next morning he tweeted, let's not forget he didn't start balling until Bro showed up. I would like to say Trayvon Diggs does not tweet that out unless Stephon Diggs gives him the okay to tweet that out.
Right.
He's not just going to say that because he knows how the media works. He's a Dallas Cowboy. Of course he knows how the media works.
Yeah.
He's not going to say that.
So, back on my Josh Allen thing.
I also have a Josh Allen take, but I'll let you go. Sorry.
I currently think he is the league leader in interceptions, or he might
Correct.
be number 2.
Correct.
What the fuck? First of all, like you said, just decline year after year. We are starting to see his poor decisions catch up with him as
He
far
tries
as
to be Superman every play.
right.
Every play.
Right. And I know he thinks he needs to do that, which
But he
in all
doesn't.
honesty, if he wants that team to be anything, he kind of does, but he's just making bad fucking.
I don't think he does, man. I really don't think he has to be Superman. I think
Well,
he
the
just
problem
needs
is
to
they have no
relax.
rush game. They've never had a rush game the entire time he's been there.
Yeah, but I mean, before this year, when did Mahomes ever really have a running attack? Like, he doesn't need to be. Or Burrow. When has Burrow really had a great rushing attack? Like, he doesn't need to be
Still,
Superman.
Burrow and Mahomes' rushing
Each-
game has always been way better than the Buffalo Bills.
He just tries every
Too hard.
game. Every game he tries to play like that divisional round game against the Chiefs. He tries to play it like it's 40-40. I need a touchdown every play. When he doesn't, his defense is good. His defense is not bad.
Right, but when he's turning the ball over as many times as he is, what the fuck
Right.
is he do?
Right. And the injury bug got him. I'm going to say it, and I am by no means, I think I've proven on this podcast, I am not a Dak apologist. It's time to have the discussion. Dak Prescott's better than Josh Allen.
100%. 100%.
It's time to not only have the discussion.
Mentioning shit that are my next questions.
Yeah, it's not a discussion of is he, it's by how much is Dak better.
Yeah.
Because Dak, again, like, dude, I hate that I'm like defending this dude. He drives me nuts sometimes. But Dak has one bad year of throwing picks. Everybody's like, oh, he can't control the ball. Can he keep the turnovers down this year? His whole career, he doesn't turn the ball over.
Right. And now Josh Allen's doing it routinely.
And no one says anything. No, everyone's like, oh, you got to stop the turnovers. You got to stop the turnovers.
Because everybody's just over here fucking on the fucking Bills all the fucking time.
Dude, seriously, it's annoying.
All right. So we're probably running out of time here soon. Question 5. We can get through this one quick. You think the Cowboys are going to make a playoff run?
No.
Say yes.
They'll win the wild card game, lose divisional round. Next
Really?
question.
I think they win the divisional. I don't know if I pick them as my Super Bowl pick anymore, but I think they win the divisional round. Next
Okay.
question. We're going to have some fun with this one. Are the Cardinals on track with Kyler back?
What do you mean by on track?
Are they
what?
not one of the worst teams in the league anymore?
My question back to you is, does it matter for this year, really?
No, I don't think it matters at all. I think Kyler Murray's done. And
I think the Cardinals without him are obviously bad. I think with him, they're maybe a 5-6 win team. I don't know their schedule. I just don't think that he might be a top 10, maybe top 12 quarterback.
I'd rather have Joshua Dobbs.
Me too. I mean, he's coming off an ACL. They won again. It was against Atlanta, who's struggling right now. So I don't think
win, but he had a piss poor game. Piss poor.
I mean, it's his first game after a torn ACL. He's not going to go out there and throw 403 tuds.
Right,
but
that's fair, but it was still just a bad showing.
And I've never thought he's been a great quarterback. I think he's fast. I think he's got a cannon. All NFL quarterbacks do, but he's not a Super Bowl quarterback to me. I don't think he will ever win a Super Bowl.
No.
So, I mean, for this year, I don't think it really matters. Maybe for next year. I think they should have sat him down the whole year, try to get a better pick. Maybe get the number 2 pick and draft Marvin Harrison for him, someone to throw to. That probably would have been the better option than playing him. But I guess if he's healthy, put him out there. So
fair enough. All right, another quarterback question here. Do you think Sam Howell is that guy for the Commanders?
He's the truth. He's the truth for y'all. He's leading the lead in passing. EB's his offensive coordinator. He's gonna scheme things up. I think you guys are fine at quarterback now. Do I think Sam Howell will ever be a top 5 quarterback? No. Do I think that he could maybe be a top 8-ish quarterback? For sure. If you protect him, They'll be top
Right,
8.
that's something. Yeah, I read a few articles and just watched a few videos about how people feel about him, and I think that's something a lot of people just kind of miss. He's leading the league in passing yards at least, and he's still on track to be the most sacked quarterback in NFL history in a
I'm
season.
sure by far. Like, I mean, yeah.
Right. I mean, he's as of
I
right
was
now.
talking to a coworker today, dude. When you guys play us, and I'm not trying to shit talk or none of that, because it's a
It's going
divisional
to be
game,
bad. It's
it's a
going to be bad.
rivalry. But you don't think Dan Quinn is going to be like, all right, boys, pin your ears back and go get him? Like,
Right. Now, in all honesty, the past like 3, 4 weeks now, they've been really switching it up on the O line, trying to figure out what's worked. It's been better. It's been
it's
a
been
lot better.
better for sure. Yeah.
But he's still getting hit way too fucking much. And I mean, you see it in like his interceptions. They're high, not horribly high, but he is like top 5 in the NFL for interceptions.
Yeah.
I think Allen.
I think he's your guy's answer, though. I don't think you'll find much better
Well, I
really
like
out
what
there on
you
the
said
market.
that he's the
So,
truth because for a long time it was all, oh, the Commanders are a quarterback away from being a fucking playoff team.
and this is
We're
showing they're not.
right. This is showing that the offense still has some serious fucking holes
And your
in it.
defense, dude. Like
Yeah.
it or not, your
I
defense
mean,
has holes.
I got to be honest at this point. I think John Allen and Deron Payne, like I know they're paid. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
you're
surprised
stuck.
if
You're already paid.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, I want out. I mean, Allen, there was a video of him a couple of weeks ago, like at the start of the season, he was saying or during interviews, he's like, I'm hyped. This is a new era. Like
Yeah.
the hype is real. Like everybody's here for it. And then it cuts to a few weeks into the season. He's like, it's the same old shit. We're just fucking losing.
It's hard.
It's fucking over it.
It's hard to lose.
Because now they're literally putting the entire defense on 2 dudes.
Yep.
It's fucking horrible. But I gotta say, Sam Howell is currently on track for our franchise passing yards record in a season. Also on track to be the most sacked quarterback in our franchise season in NFL.
And that's why he'll get it, because I don't understand why, but you guys just don't run the ball for whatever reason. I don't get it. But, I mean, you drop a guy back 45 times a game, he's probably going to lead the league in passing.
Right. So. That is one thing I also want to say about the Commanders. While they're not getting B-Rob involved in the rush game, they are getting him involved with the pass game. And he had a lot of impressive yards last week.
Made some good plays.
Next up, I got another Dak question for you. Are you confident in Dak Prescott as of right now?
I think Dak Prescott over these last 4 games is playing the best stretch of football I've seen Dak Prescott play.
He's looking very solid.
Now,
lines are there.
You've played the two LA teams and the Giants. Yes, you did play Philly, but I mean I want to see you keep going. Like I don't want to, against the Panthers this Sunday squeak out a win 21-16 and Dak throw 2 picks, you know what I mean? Because that's been my biggest gripe with him is one play you're like, Dak, how did you make that throw? That was amazing. And then the play he stares down a slant and throws a pick. So it's just, I would like to see it keep going. I would like to see him, continue on this pace. I think he's playing great ball. I really do.
No, I have to agree with you.
He's not my MVP, but he's in the conversation.
I don't know if I go that far, but he's been very solid. His stats are there. What's killing him is, and everybody always points it out, there's just a few mistakes here and there that are just bad.
Yep.
And we shouldn't let those define him, but sometimes they're just so bad. I think it was 2 weeks ago, you guys had a chance to win the game, and he decides to throw the ball to a tight end that pretty much has no chance of scoring whatsoever.
And then, stepping out on the 2-point conversion play.
Right.
Like I've said from the beginning, this regular season, and he's playing great football right now, but it comes down to moments. And do I trust Dak Prescott in the biggest moment? No, I don't. So that's really what it comes down to.
Right. I mean, you got to be
You have to be there when it counts.
with yourself.
And up until this moment, he's been there a couple times, but he's not been there far too often. So,
all right. Not a lot of time left, so I want to run through these last two questions. Question number 9 is kind of just a fuck Philly question. Are the Eagles as good as people think? No. No.
I don't think they're as good as people think.
They're still a solid team. I will admit that.
They're still top 3 in the NFC.
For sure.
Maybe top 2.
But, we're starting to see them just barely squeak by. Most of their games this season have been decided by one score.
Yeah.
And fuck Philly.
At some point, your luck runs out. At some point, your luck runs out.
Right. And they're going to start.
You don't win every one-score game.
Right.
So,
next up. Who is the next head coach to get fired?
I don't think around the league. Brandon Staley for the Chargers.
You think so?
I just
think
don't.
They missed the playoffs and they let him go?
Yeah. You cannot say you're a defensive coach and continue to play horrid defense. You cannot claim that you are a defensive-minded coach and have the defense as bad as it is. They're the highest paid defense in the league. You've got Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James. I mean, you've got stars. And you play terrible defense.
Jackson got fucking arrested or something, didn't he?
Who?
Jackson?
J.C. Jackson?
J.C. Jackson.
Who
am I thinking?
They cut him.
There's another, they cut him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did something, didn't he?
I don't know. I know they healthy scratched him after giving him $50 million. So I think it's got to be Staley. Not a lot of head coaches are really doing bad. Maybe Sean McDermott, but I don't think they're going to get rid of him in Buffalo.
I think there's weirdly a lot of coaches that are on a hot seat right now. A lot.
Dayball won't.
No.
Ron Rivera maybe.
Right.
Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it'll be. I don't think
kind of in trouble too.
Who?
Matt LaFleur. Does he not coach the fucking Packers?
Packers. Yeah, he might. He might be gone too.
You had me really questioning myself right there because I literally just looked it up. Sean Payton.
No, they've won 3 in a row. No. Who was I gonna say? Oh, Matt Eberflus for the Bears. He might be out of there.
I could see that.
So I got a question for you. I got a question now. Bears. They have Carolina's #1 overall pick. If you have that pick, are you done with Fields and you're drafting Caleb Williams? See, for me, it's easy. For me, it's yes. I don't think
so.
What has Justin Fields shown you?
Just pick up Montez Sweat, so the defense is a little bit more solid.
Their defense has never been the problem. That's never been their problem. At some point, you have to score points. And what has Justin Fields shown you besides his ability to run the ball? Right. Which Caleb Williams can run too.
Right. Ruger, stop. I'm a little bit on the biased side because I saw him throw for like 400 yards against us. Dumbass.
Ow, dude. Oh. My eye.
All right, we got 4 minutes left in this session, and we're gonna have to run through our picks. So I think Justin Fields needs to go, but I'm a little biased because I saw him put up like 400 yards passing against us.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so we're gonna run through our picks. Game is literally about to start now. It starts at 8:15.
Yeah.
Just so when people see us at 7:30 on Thursday, we're recording a little late this week. Game hasn't happened yet, so this pick is still valid.
Cheating.
Thursday night football. We got a good one. Cincinnati at Baltimore.
It's hard to see Baltimore losing 2 in a row, but Cincinnati is fighting for their season. If they lose, they're cooked. Cincinnati.
Yes, but I gotta be honest. I just think that Baltimore's the better team right now.
Fair.
And
I could see it going either way. Give me Cincinnati.
that's fair. But I'm gonna stick with my Ravens. I'm gonna have to run through these pretty fast when I got a lot of
Just
time
stab
left.
my fucking eyeball, dude.
Let's see. We got Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Give me the Browns.
Pittsburgh.
All right. We got Chicago at Detroit Lions.
Detroit. By 50. Not by that much. Justin Fields will be back, but Detroit.
Chargers at Green Bay.
Chargers.
Chargers.
By 50. Dude.
Raiders at Dolphins. Jesus fuck. Oh, fuck off. You're not being serious right now. Ain't no way.
Dolphins, dude. I really want to. The line is 12.5. There's no way it's going to be that big of a blowout, but I am picking the Dolphins.
All right. We got the Giants at the Commanders.
Commanders.
I had to pick the Commanders.
If you guys lose this, Ron Rivera will be out on Monday.
Oh, then I kind of hope we lose. Dallas at Carolina. God.
Cowboys.
That's rough.
By 30.
Tennessee at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville really needs to win this. If they don't, honestly, they might be cooked.
If they don't, Houston's winning the division. Next.
We need to talk about Houston one day. Arizona at Houston. Houston. Tampa Bay at 49ers. I'm 49ers.
49ers.
Jets at Buffalo. Do you think the Jets can do it again?
No, Buffalo.
I think I'm going to take Buffalo too. All right. Seattle at LA Rams. I'm taking Seattle. Yeah, I don't think the Rams are turning out to be as good as we thought. Minnesota at Denver. Give me Dobbs.
Minnesota. It's going to be a close game, though. Denver's playing well.
And then Monday night, we got Philly at Kansas City.
You know my answer. Fuck Philly.
Fuck
Give me KC.
Philly. Give me KC.
Dude, Taylor Swift's parents are going to be there. Travis Kelce's going to show out.
Oh, it's over. All right. Before the session ends real quick, I want to run through our picks from last week. Pretty solid week for everybody. Matt had 7. I had 8. Trey had 8. I am now up 94 to 91.
7. Jesus.
Yeah. Not our worst, not our best, but we're going to take our little commercial break. Talk a little bit
When we
about
come back,
yeah,
talk about college football, some Harbaugh, and how Draymond Green is an asshole.